What's up? This is Loki of Literati. I guess I haven't been doing this enough. I guess I only want to bless the mic or the recorder when it feels not just rough, but nice and tight. Don't want to release anything that sucks. My beast says, what's up? You've got to always be hot when you disrupt. That's the horrible curse that comes from being a berserk born in South Orange County. And then going up to Los Angeles when it was time to be a man and figure out every angle and handle this. When you're from SoCal, people end up expecting so much from you. It's soul power. SoCal. So how far can you wow? You've been here for 3 hours. Have you gotten broken by the city and devoured? It's shifty. There's no pity. It's gritty. Have you become self-empowered? Are you able to take down the sunshine shower and have fun times, run blind? You're on the front lines, and it's one of those mentalities that sticks with you, the development that says you've got to crest everything that you do. You're never done. Slaying all day through, overpaying your dues. That's not something you can rest on, dude. The very core of your role is that from your chest, you've got to have more to go. Never rest on your laurels. It's whenever I make all those oral jokes like 69 is giving mine, I'm really talking about the continual conduit rush that comes through me from the divine. And just as the tides come back and kiss the shore so many times a day, and just as Muslims 5 times face East Mecca to pray, you cannot forget the water that birthed you and that which you disperse and what keeps you aligned to. And part of the level of social awareness that I seek to blare and share with others isn't just holding down things like being cold on fools, but otherwise beholding the golden rule and knowing that you got to be bold if you want to be old school and show people what is true to you on every emotional revolution too. That there's more than that. The socially aware state that I seek to share with others is that what escapes is not always going to be the best of me, but it's going to be everything of me. I want to get everything off of my chest, not just the clever rings that I bless. And it's a strange standard when I say, oh man, I don't know if I can handle this. It's too hard. I just don't want to spit if it comes out sounding like shit, and that's just fucking useless to me. The whole point of getting up and spitting first and transcribing later is that it's supposed to be just what shifts out of me on every single layer. I mean, if you've ever had nothing in your mind, not a single line, not a single word, not a thought to find, and then said, yeah, I'll wager that void. I won't get annoyed with being empty. Just lend me a single piece of paper and I'll wager that I can fill that blankness. It might take me an hour. It might take me 3. But I won't be thankless for everything that's ever happened to me, clearing all those life experiences out of my memory. I'll find the very crevices of my brain, vomit up everything, leave it all on the page like a stain until the ink forms little whirlwinds that are twirling back and forth again, forming a very sea of black sludge that spills out of my own blood, keeping it simple, but re-spitting it up like a cow's cud. Minstrel of mud spins with this world hid, menstrual blood on my dinner bib, my inner sinner spirit still attached to a sacrifice rib, my inner kid still empirically fearless and shit, spirited and into win this, not getting weary with my full role, but saying, well, can I still do this? This is my 10th one, and that I recorded. I think I probably only drop a third of what I actually pop off with, so I guess that would make me 1 month in, punch drunk and munching your mother's ring, something, 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 dumbing down nothing. I think that the fluency and congruence is my biggest influence. Knowing that everything that comes at me might not always be fluid, but it's everything that I can intuit. Everything that I ever got into came from breaking my own expectations, flipping the scripts on every single statement. I came into this scene seriously expecting David versus Goliath. I feel like the game checked my way instead, and I couldn't hide from it. Put its foot on my chest. She put her hands on my head and showed me what made Daedalus go quiet. I said, cool, you want me to rip sick for Icarus? Alright, ma'am, I can try this. But now, every now and then, I look inside and I think, what if I'm just shrinking back from all the tracks that don't bring me as high as I'd like to be? Is that a standard of insecure, or measure, I beg your pardon, is that a measure that I'm on, that my art is gnarled from insecurity, or is that me simply treasuring the finest reveries, or maintaining a standard that says I'm competing against me, and if I feel like what I did last week tops what's spitting out now, then I'm not going to wow myself enough. It's funny how far we devour ourselves when we re-scramble the cards we were dealt in order to show every part of what was felt. But it's from that self-devouring that we become more empowered. If you eat what you produce, then you will truly know what it is that you're introducing to the world, and truly be tasting everything that you got to give. Then you'll want to keep it positive. Then you'll want to be bringing good life and luck and blooming verse instead of sucking life out of the universe everywhere you go. So, hopefully this low, slow flow brought some of you a fine moment of zen. This was Loki of Literati, spit first, transcribe later, chapter 10.